Hi, my name is Rhonda, and I am the mama to Baby and Mango. We have a YouTube channel, The Baby and Mango Show. And not too long ago, maybe a week or two ago, I did part one of a part two series, just to give you a little background about our birds. So I did Baby the last time. Today I'm going to be talking about our little man, our little green guy, Mango Man, or Main is what we call him, and just a little bit about him. We got Mango actually 1 month to the day after we got Baby. So Mango's Gotcha Day in Bird World, we always talk about celebrating their birthdays, their Gotcha Day, and his Gotcha Day was July 28th of last year. So Mango, we've almost had Mango almost 6 months. He was flighted when we got him. He did not have all his primary feathers cut, so he was able to fly from the very beginning. One thing we got to do with Mango that we did not get to do with Baby. Baby was a blessing to us. She was a birthday present to me. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch the first one, and it'll give you a little bit more information about Baby. But Baby was a birthday present the month before, and then Jeff and I, after about a month, we decided to get Baby a companion, a buddy. So we went to PetSmart, and we were actually able to watch the birds. So I think we watched the birds in a couple of displays, probably about 20-25 minutes. We knew we wanted a male, and we knew that we wanted one that was a little more active than Baby. Like I said, Baby couldn't fly. Her primary flight feathers were cut. So she had a lot of little anxious tendencies. We wanted a male, and we wanted him to be kind of opposite of Baby. So we watched these little Budgies, and we watched them, and we watched them. So for about 20-25 minutes, we finally decided on Mango, the one that we got. There were so many in the cage that was like him, similar in color, the yellow heads, the green bodies, of course the black wings, but he had a little mark on the back of his neck. It was a little black mark, and we were able to keep up with him in the cage. He seemed to be real playful. He was flying around the cage. He kept trying to interact with the other birds, so we're like, that's the one we want. So we got Mango. Now in this video, I want to talk about the 3 mistakes that we made with Mango. Hopefully that you can learn from this. Of course, it wasn't anything that we couldn't come back from, but 3 mistakes that we made with Mango. First off was when we got him home. They send them home in these little cardboard boxes, little holes in them. We had a cage. We had moved Baby to a bigger cage, so we had the actual cage that Baby came home in, and we were putting Mango in that cage. So for the first mistake that we made, Jeff, my husband, was not really thinking and reached in there and grabbed him to put him in the new cage, and when he grabbed Mango, Mango bit him. Jeff screamed out and was like, oh my gosh, he's biting me. So I don't think that was a very first impression. I know they say first impressions go a long way. I don't think that was a very first good impression for Mango. So we ended up just tearing the box and putting it up to the front of the cage, and then just letting Mango fly in, which, like I said, we weren't thinking, he wasn't thinking. So that was mistake number 1, was just grabbing him. First impression, he's not impressed, of course, and he bit Jeff. Second mistake that we made is that we did not quarantine Mango for 30 to 45 days is what they suggest from any of your other birds that you have at the house. It's good to do the quarantine in another room, in another cage, for 30 to 45 days, just to make sure that they don't have any illnesses, or if they are sick, it should show itself in those 30 to 45 days that you have them. Now, we did have him in his own cage, in actually the room that I'm talking in now. This is our dining room. And we had him in here, so him and Baby could hear each other, because she's in the living room, in the corner of the living room. He was in here in the dining room, and they knew each other's presence was here. They could hear each other, but of course we kept them away from each other. But what we did was we did not quarantine him long enough. We wanted to or it was probably more me. I wanted him and baby to see each other a lot quicker, so I think we ended up quarantining him only 7 days a week, which is way too short, because in that time where we made our third mistake was we didn't get that one-on-one time with Mango. We didn't teach him to step up on our finger. We didn't get that bond with him. Now, you could go to the cage, you could talk to him, and he would react. He was all over that cage. Jeff, in the early days, was calling him Mango Bango, because he would literally just jump off the perch, jump all over the cages, in his little hoop swing, in his food dish. He'd kick his food all out. I mean, he was definitely a lot more active than baby. But in that week that we had him, we did not teach him to step up, and we just didn't build that bond. That's another good reason to keep your birds separated for that period of time, because you can also do one-on-one bonding. That one-on-one bonding we did not get with Mango, and it's still apparent to this day. He doesn't care to step up on our finger. We can go to baby, say step up, she'll step up. Mango gets on us when he wants to get on us. He still will not. Now, if you have millet spray or you have food in your hand, something like that, then he's a little bit more apt to step up on your finger. Other than that, he's not going to do it. So that was a third mistake we made. So we reached in, we grabbed him, mistake number one. Mistake number two is we didn't do that bonding, one-on-one time, spent more time with him. And mistake number three is just not keeping him quarantined long enough, because if he had been sick and it would have showed up 3 weeks later, then he could have got baby sick, and then we could have had two sick birds and or possible death of both birds. So that's mistakes that we made and things that we learned from. We're going to make mistakes as being first-time budgie owners, but we learned from that, and if I can help you in this video for you not to make the same mistake, that's good. One good thing about Mango that complimented baby is Mango he could fly. He was more agile. He could get everywhere. He could get up all over the perches, on the cage. He could fly, which got her to move around more. She didn't have any confidence. Remember in the first video, she didn't have confidence. She'd fall to the ground. She was leery of taking leaps or jumps. But with Mango in the cage with her, it was a bigger cage, she would follow Mango. So she started getting out of that shell. She started following him, doing more. Even though she still couldn't fly, she still had to try to keep up with him. So he was a lot of good for her. He also got her eating chopped, their fruits and their veggies. He was one that would try food first. I mean, you could put anything up there to him, put anything in the cage, he was going to go over and try it. So with baby again, watching him, just like toddlers in the daycare, she'd watch him, she'd go over there and she'd try it too. So he got her more active, he got her trying new foods, and then before you know it, they're eating chopped every day, which I encourage you to not give up on that either. Just keep reintroducing new foods and reintroducing new foods, and they'll eventually come around to hopefully eating that for you. It's real important for that to be in their diet. But he got her eating, so he got her to move around more. He got her to start eating more. Another thing about Mango is he cares for her so much. He's a little love bug. He is so sweet. He is a sweet bird. I told you in part one that baby is a bit of a bully. And she can bully Mango. She's bigger than Mango, maybe twice the size of Mango, but she is a bully. What's Mango's is babies, and what's babies is babies. So if she wants something in that cage, if she wants to go somewhere in that cage, she could just run over him. She's just bigger than he is. He is so sweet and caring. When she couldn't fly, whenever she'd go to the floor, whenever she would be left behind, he would always go and check on her. He'd fly down to the ground where she was at. Baby never did that. Baby doesn't do that. Baby just is just for herself. Baby just thinks about herself. But Mango is very, very caring. So we are glad we got Mango. So we've had him almost 6 months. So like I said, we haven't had the birds long. Baby hasn't been flying for too long. Mango's been able to fly the whole entire time. So that is just a little bit of information on our Mango Man. And so Baby's the blue one with the yellow head, and Mango is the little green guy with the lime colored head. And that was just a little bit of background information on him. So this is part 2. If you didn't catch part 1, go back and watch part 1 about Baby. I hope we continue to make videos that interest y'all, and we do more informational videos and stuff, just things that we've learned from having the birds, being first-time bird owners, especially of Budgies. Things that we're learning, things that we're continuing to learn, things that we've made mistakes on, but we hope to help others. And y'all give us feedback, y'all give us comments, let us know things that we could try. And so we still are working with Mango, but it is harder. It is harder now that he's been introduced with her, and we've done our research and know that once 2 birds get together, it's real hard to continue that that bond and to teach. We definitely know that, so we already know if something happens to one of these birds, we're going to do things a little bit differently next time. But anyways, that was a little bit about our green guy. Again, this is Rhonda. I am behind the scenes in the Baby and Mango show. We know who the stars are, Baby and Mango. And hope this helps, and have a good rest of your day. God bless you, and we'll see you around. Bye.